here. All right. So find the sheet with this story problem. So the first one we're going to do, and we're going to kind of do together, the let statements. This is right here. Sorry. This is step 1. Okay. Here's what they mean by let statements. Defining your variables. So what we're going to say is, we're going to let x equal something and let y equal something. That is our let statements. We're going to define that based on the scenario. Okay. So the problem says the sum of two numbers is a negative 22. The difference of the two numbers is 8. What are the two numbers? Okay. So because we're talking about up here the sum of two numbers, okay, we're talking about two numbers, what can I let x be? If the story or the given information is talking about the sum of two numbers, what could I let x be? Huh? What is this first sentence talking about? What's really the subject here? So, no, we got to define it. So let me help you out. You're right. I heard sum, all right? But we're talking about two numbers. We don't know what those two numbers are. Do you know what those two numbers are right now? So we have to define them. That's the let statement. We're going to let x be the first number. And I'm just going to put the number symbol. And we're going to let y be the second number. That's your let statements. Now I'm going to write a system of equation. I'm going to write an equation for that sentence because the key is sum. So we're going to say x plus y. Whenever I see the word is, that's an equal negative 22. There's our first equation. When I go to the second sentence, that will help me for my next equation because the system means I'm going to have two equations. Here it says the difference of the two numbers is 8. How would I show that? The difference of the two numbers is 8. So we have x minus y equals 8. So this is us completing step 2. Oops, sorry. This was step 2. Writing a system of equations. Okay. Now, this graphic organizer is just going to help us with our problem solving. It says rewrite the system so the terms are aligned. Well, look, our terms are lined up. Our variables lined up. Yes or no, guys? Yeah, so I don't need to do this box. I don't need to rewrite it because they're already lined up. What we're going to do is determine which variable you will eliminate. Based on what we have lined up, who could we eliminate here? Yeah, we need to eliminate the y because that's the one that's the opposite, right? All right, so we are not going to need to multiply. So I'm just going to show it down here. It says combine the equations, solve for the other variable. So when I had my x plus y equals negative 22 and x minus y equals 8, I can eliminate the y. That is gone. So this gives me 2x, right? Equals, what's the negative 22 plus 8? So negative 14. There we go. Then we're going to divide that by 2, or you can do that mentally. And we see our x equals negative 7. There we go. Okay, so here it says substitute to solve for the eliminated variable. So we got to plug it. Basically, this is just asking us to plug it back in. Okay, so plug back in. So think about it. Do we want to do the sum or the difference? It doesn't matter. First equation or second equation? Okay, second equation is x minus y equals 8. We plug in what we had, which was this negative 7. And for x, we have negative 7 minus y equals 8. We're solving for y. So basically all I need to do here is add 7 to both sides. We get negative y equals 15, but we can't have a negative. So when we divide by -1, our y equals positive 15, right? So write the solution. The solution goes to the question. The question basically asked at the very beginning. Yeah, sorry, -15. I forgot my sign, yes. So write the solution. The question is right here, what are the two numbers? So that is what we're trying to solve. So the solution is the two numbers are -7 and 15. Are we okay on that part? Sorry, I forgot. -15. Keep forgetting my sign. Sorry about that. All right, so the same on that same little sheet, if you like, I cut them in half, but on that same sheet, we talk about a problem. The second problem is talking about a scenario going to the movie theater. So this is on that same sheet that you have. Okay, so we're just going to do that scenario as well. Okay. All right, so this is our first step. We're going to let x equal and let y equal. So our defining the variables is based on this problem. So here it says at a movie theater, the adult ticket's price is $8 and the child ticket price is $6. For a certain movie, 200 tickets were sold and 1440 was collected. How many of each tickets were sold? So what could I let my x represent? Yeah, we're going to let x equal adult tickets, and y can be child tickets. All right. So from there, we're doing step 2, which is to write a system of equation. To help you break down your equation, how to write it, pay attention to the given information in the first or second sentences. So at the movie there, this is talking about the adult tickets is $8, child is $6. That was part of our let statement. Then we go here, a certain movie had 200 tickets sold. How would I show an equation showing that? 200 tickets sold. Close. Because we're just talking about tickets and we're not talking about money. This one is dealing with money. Yeah, this would just be x plus y equals 200. But this next equation, dealing with what they collected, this would be 8x, because $8 for adult tickets, plus 6y equals 1440. So one is your total and one is dealing with the money. Okay, do we need to rewrite the system so the terms are aligned? Are x's lined up, y's lined up? Yeah, we don't need to do that. Okay. Determine which variable we want to eliminate. So which of the two would you want to try to eliminate? Okay, so we're going to put y. I'm going to write that in. We're going to eliminate. Now, is it multiply if necessary to make elimination? Will we need to multiply in order to? Yeah. What will we need to multiply? -6. Yes, we were going to need to multiply the top equation. So we have to multiply. I'm going to write what we're doing over here, okay? So we're multiplying by a -6, okay, to top equation. which is negative 6 is going to go into x plus y. Oops, sorry. Negative 6 parentheses x plus y equals 200. All right, so when we multiply that, we get a new equation, right? So this becomes negative 6x minus 6y equals negative 1200. And then we're going to keep this second equation the same. 8x plus 6y equals 1440. And now I have my y's lined up, and now they're opposites of each other, right? Plus and minus, so we can cancel them. This is going to leave me with 2x equals 240. So we divide that by 2, and my x, ran out of room here, equals 120. That represents the number of adult tickets. Okay. All right, so it says here we're going to substitute solve for the eliminated variables. Because I had x plus y equals 200, I'm going to substitute this in for x. So 120 plus y equals 200, right? Oops, sorry. So how many children y tickets do we have? Because we're going to have to just subtract 120. Yeah, y equals 80. Oops. Which is the number of child tickets. Okay. So, right, our solution, we had 120 adult tickets and 80 child. Okay. Okay. We okay on that? All right, this next set is on the next sheet, okay? We always start off with your let statements based on the scenario. So it says 1 week, Sharon worked 18 hours as a lifeguard and 12 hours at a concession stand and earned $228. The next week, she earned $254 for 24 hours of a lifeguard and 8 hours at the concession stand. How much per hour does she get paid at each job? So we need to define our x and our y. What could our x represent? Say that again. Not necessarily hours, but okay. I'm gonna combine what you're saying. Lifeguard, sorry. Pay. Amount of money is how much she's getting paid as a lifeguard. Yeah. Okay. So X could be our lifeguard pay, and then what could our Y be? Yeah, our concession pay. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna write a system to correspond with our sentence right here. Sharon worked 18 hours as a lifeguard and 12 hours at a concession stand and earned $228. How would I write that as an equation now that I defined our x and y? Yeah, 18x plus 12y equals 228. There we go. Then if I look at the next sentence, the next week, she earned $254 for 24 hours lifeguard and 8 hours concession. So this should be 24x plus 8y equals 254. Okay. All right. Do we need to rewrite the system so the terms are aligned? No, they're already aligned up. Do we need to determine the variable we could eliminate? Yeah, which one should we try to eliminate? Okay. We okay with the y? Start with the smallest one, yeah? Okay, so we're going to eliminate. Sorry, y. Multiply if necessary to make elimination possible. Are we going to need to multiply? Okay, what are we going to need to multiply by? 3 over 2?
What? 3. What was the second question? Is that 3 by the first one? No. 3 over 2 for the second. 3 halves. Oh, we're not going to do 5.
Okay. What multiple do they have in common?
24.
Yeah. 24, right?
So the top one can be multiplied by 2.
So top.
And 1 by 3. That's what it's called.
And the bottom one. Did y'all make one of them negative?
Oh, yeah.
Which one? Top or bottom?
The bottom one.
Okay, bottom is negative. So when you do that, we have 36x plus 24y equals 456 here. And then the bottom here is negative 72x minus 24y equals negative 762. Dylan, you can do that, but instead of trying to eliminate, instead of making it to a 12y, you could just multiply by a whole number. I mean, it should still work. Are we okay on that? So when you're gonna get a decimal answer here, because we're trying to figure out how much she's getting paid per hour or per job. So did I forget my negative sign? Yeah, I did. Sorry. All right, so when you add to eliminate the y, you're going to be left with negative 36x equals negative 306. And then when you divide it by negative 36, oh, I think I got disconnected, sorry. You should get 8.5 or 8.5. It's coming. Hold on just a second. Yeah, there it is. All right, so we can substitute this in our original equation, which was yeah, 18x. I probably should have put that in blue. Taking this, plugging it in for x, so 18 parentheses 8.5 plus 12y equals 228. This gives me 153. You're gonna have to subtract that. So my 12y equals negative, no, not negative, positive 75. Yeah. Divide that by 12. Y is 6.2.